When the Most High tells us to endure till the end, he means it in such a deeper, more three-dimensional aspect than what we expect. Check this out. Our brother of light here, one of our many light figures that have come to show us the way, come to remind us of who we are, come to remind us from where we came from, come to remind us that we're going somewhere after this, who's chosen to come down here and remind us that in every generation, no matter how much of the world or how many people around the world are choosing to follow Lucifer's plan or choosing to follow the plan of darkness, there'll always be a remnant of people who know, understand, and seek the light. Now, personally, this is my last time here. I know this for a fact. This better be my last time here. And I'm saying that on my behalf because I better make it my last time here. And make it so it's a choice to choose if I want to come back down here and help or get sent somewhere else so I can help somebody else. Either way, I love this, and I've always looked at it like this, and I've always looked at the light figures that come, like I've read in several books, whether it be Shambhala, Oasis of Light, and it or other books that I've read about from Atlantis, about so many topics about the brothers of light that choose to come down here, that choose to come down, reincarnate, and teach us and remind us of who we are and where we're going. And I was thinking about it as truly overcoming the flesh. Like on a personal battle in your life to life, in your day to day, you have to overcome the flesh. But as a total, overall, you have to overcome the flesh literally and become a spiritual being, a light being, your true being. You have to get rid of the flesh to do that. So, in a sense, dying is not, or not coming back here is not the worst. A lot of people think are so scared of death, but death is only scary when you don't know where you're going, or in some cases, you do know where you're going. And it's just, I just find it so perfect, and everything just relates and always comes full circle. It always comes full circle. And now thinking even farther into the concept of the probational period that we have here, it's for certain people only. There's a main character, and your job is to make it through this probation. You've been told that we have chosen you for something, but you got to go through training. And essentially, every lifetime we live, I can remember some of my past lives. I believe everybody, not animal reincarnation. I'm reading this great book right here. Again, another great book. The World War and Reincarnation. It talks about people writing into the skies. Great book, but it talks about the concept of animal incarnation and how that's new and how that in a lot of esoteric circles that's not a thing, reincarnating as an animal, and that's more of a spirit of fear. But I think of it more as a probation, and it makes more sense with the attacks that we get spiritually by Lucifer and the Yahudim, or the 144, the chosen ones that are supposed to be making it out of here, who are supposed to pass their probation. And it just makes sense that you would keep on coming back here, learning how to love, learning what hate is, learning what love is. If you want to learn how to create, you need to learn how to enjoy the creation. You need to learn how to be every aspect of your creation so you can say, you can't say, they can't say, oh, you don't know what it's like being me. You don't know what it's like down here. You don't know what it's like doing this. And it's like, yes, you do, because you went through it. You learned how to love because you learned what hate was. You learned what hate was. You learned what happiness was. You learned what sadness was. You learned about the elements. You learned about love and kindness, and why love is so important in passing your probational period into going into the next one. Justice is another one too. Justice is something you learn, but it's always, I just looked at it as another class. Like every day is something in class. That's why you're supposed to be childlike and forget everything that you learned the day before. And I pray all the time in my prayers, I always end up saying thank you for allowing me to come back here and get it right this time. Thank you for allowing me to come back and fix my mistakes. Thank you for allowing me to come back and do having a do-over and redo this and getting it down so I can essentially, as I showed earlier, don't have to come back here again, and I can choose to come back here if I want to. And if I am, I'm helping on a higher spiritual level as a watcher, as a angel, or some type of some a worker for the Most High, a worker in the Most High's vineyard, celestial vineyard this time, not physical three-dimensional vineyard, but a celestial vineyard that I'll be helping tend to. So it just makes more sense, and I wonder if anybody else can remember any of their past lives. Like I believe that everybody had a life as something where you live, just like you have to learn how to love, and you have to learn about all these different aspects of emotion and being at the lowest level. You have to also learn things that help you in the long run. So I believe in a past life that everybody had a chance, that you were a celebrity in your past life, that you were poor in your past life. One of your lives you were short, one of your lives you were tall and athletic, and you just know the opposite ends of the spectrums. And at the end of the day, in be all, you have experienced everything. You've been everything. You are everything, and you're truly one. I don't know. It's just I can see it and I understand it, and I wonder why reincarnation is such a non talked about subject in the spiritual realm, and especially amongst Christians and amongst people, and even in this truth, you don't hear a lot of people talking about their past lives or reincarnation, but it's there and it's all over esoteric writings, all over occult writings, all over the scriptures. uh let's just get on to the subject of John the Baptist. Who is John the Baptist? This is a book I'm reading right here, great one. It says the real question is, who was John the Baptist? Who is he representing now? And even Jesus is a title. Jesus the Christ was a title. It seemed like more of, like Moses is a title. I was reading somewhere else that Moses was a title. These are more titles and brands that you're bringing down as a brotherhood of light, as you're bringing down as of being part of the priesthood of Melchizedek, or a brother of light, a agent of light coming down here to help fight the darkness. And it seems like it doesn't take a lot. It seems like it just takes one light agent coming down here every now and then to undo decades and decades of what millions of agents of darkness are doing every second and every day. But one light worker, one true celestial being can come down here and overthrow that with the smallest of work, with the smallest job. And I just find that cool. And I think that's what we're truly being prepared for in reincarnation, is working through it so you get it right. And it's also a system of mercy on you, perpetual mercy. That's why it's, oh, you're always praying, thank you for your mercy and your kindness, because again, you're allowed, not only are you giving me another day to come back and get it right, technically you reincarnate every day. You essentially pass away every night. You go through your own experience, you go through your own little death, so to say, and then you wake up and then you get a chance to do it. And this is what I love about it, because on every aspect it's just a microcosm leading into a macrocosm, something bigger. You can see something small and something bigger and something bigger and something small, and it's so great. So I don't know, do you guys remember any things from your past life? I remember my past lives. I remember a few of them, and I thank the Most High for allowing me to come back to get it right. And it shows that us as the Yahoo, the chosen ones. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I want to read it right from here. This also goes into being vegan, and again bringing it back to love and peace, and pushing love and peace constantly, and using that as the main focus of the law. Because in the book One Life, One Law, go read about the person who kills animals unjustly, who slaughters animals and takes lives unjustly, and go see about his reincarnation process. And even in this book right here that I'm reading, the first book of Azrael, it goes into a whole section on reincarnation and the karmic laws that surround reincarnating, and when you reincarnate and how you reincarnate. And again, no instances of you coming back as a mosquito, or as a pest, or as some type of animal or low level critter. But again, it does your past lives and how you lived it. It puts you into a cycle. Some people are trapped in a reincarnation cycle where it's just, you're a bad guy. We have to have you're a perpetual bad guy. You're coming back to repeat the cycle of being bad, and you never learn anything more. And the qualities and the families that you reincarnate to, and the type of person you reincarnate into, your skin tone, your family, your bloodline. Why is it that I was chosen to come back in this body, in a melanated Shemitic body? Why was I given a chance to come back as a Shemite? Was I a Shemite in all my previous lives? And it says that like minds think alike, or like beings, like attracts like. So it's saying over here, I'm just going to read it: by birth into a particular family, the physical body shares in the characteristics of that family line. There may be, in fact, usually is, a family likeness in other matters, both mental and moral, but these are not inherited. It's talking about how you can go into one family and one brother can be a serial killer and the other can be a priest, or a philanthropist, or somebody that works peace. But you can come into a family that is chaotic and poor, and it's negative. But it's just, there's just so many things that go into it. And it definitely works with the whole entire program of mercy and our probational period and what we're going to be. This is again, essentially, this is not our home. Every day we're here to work on getting rid of the flesh. Literally, like every day. It's again, there's that microcosm and macrocosm, but let me finish reading this right here. It is his own personal karma, which indicates he shall be if he shall be born into an unsympathetic family and an unsuitable environment. His youthful years may be spent in discord and constant misunderstanding. But it's saying that you can overcome that and you can fix your mistakes if you're not set on a retrograde mind where you're given over into your sin every lifetime. Or again, my question is how was I chosen? Or was I always chosen from the beginning? And when you read the scriptures, yes, you are to be part of that bloodline, to reincarnate into different programs. We're all part of a different program. Not everybody here has the same plan. Not everybody here has the same destiny. And where you're born, how you're born, and how many times you come back dictates that. And it's all part of a greater plan, a greater cosmic plan that essentially we can choose what our destiny is. And that's why you're given a choice. And sometimes you don't see the choices that you're given or choices that you make. But essentially, this is my last time coming back here. And that's not a bad thing to say. This is my last time here. And I don't know why, but years ago, I just kept on repeating that. And it's just something that's always popped up into my head. This is going to be my last time here. This is my last time here. I'm going to get it right. And the knowledge that you accumulate in your life, I've read other places, is a lot of the knowledge that you picked up from your past life. So if you're very into the scriptures now, you're very into learning and studying and reading and stuff like that over your past lives, how holy you were, it kind of catches up. Just like your unrighteousness can travel down to the seventh generation or generations down, righteousness can travel down. It's called the good Mahatma in the book World of Two Treasures. It talks of the good Jew and how his bloodline, seven generations down, is blessed, and the wicked man's bloodline is down seven generations is cursed. So that plays into it as well. Just something interesting thoughts I had today while studying. And let's not forget, the Essenes were big believers in the concept of reincarnation. In fact, early Christians, also known as the Essenes, this was a huge doctrine for them. This is something that was very believable. What's happened to that belief in the Christian church today? Hmm. Maybe that's why I had such a love for this song, This World Is Not My Home. I used to go to a Christian summer camp when I was little. You would get dropped off on Sunday afternoon and get picked up Saturday morning. But one of the songs that you would sing there was This World Is Not My Home, I'm Just Passing Through. And essentially, it's off the verses that you're not from here. We're not from here. And I've always resonated with that song. That song has always been one of my favorites. So it makes sense now.